Hey, good evening, all you happy people. Just thought I'd pop on with covering some of the latest news on WandaVision. And the big news right now has to do with an interview Elizabeth Olsen gave to TV Line earlier. What was the actual date on that? Good question. Yesterday. And she says that when asked if WandaVision would have a surprise cameo in the same vein as the Luke Skywalker appearance on the season finale of Mandalorian. Well, she said yes, and that she's really excited for viewers to see what's coming. Now, that's a pretty huge thing right there, because the actual appearance of Luke Skywalker on the Mandalorian was a big surprise. And that's pretty epic level. That's not just anybody showing up. So if you're really going to equate that together, that it's going to be something that big, well, the character is going to have to be big. So who's that level of character? I mean, it's not a lot of people that fit that. I mean, the MCU's only been around about 20 years. Mark Hamill playing Luke Skywalker, that was, 40 plus years ago? So bringing Luke in, 40-year established character. So this has to be something that's MCU big, or the actor is huge. Now, there's been a lot of bouncing around on this, a lot of news on the internet, people talking about possibilities. One of them, of course, has been the rumor ever since this show even came up that Benedict Cumberbatch would be appearing as Doctor Strange. And they're tying this to Paul Bettany says that there's an actor coming up that he's always wanted to work with. And Vision and Doctor Strange never have any scenes together in the Avenger movies. So it could be possible Benedict Cumberbatch. But I don't see Benedict Cumberbatch, an actor who's currently playing Doctor Strange, showing up as a cameo, being the same level as Luke Skywalker. There's been the rumors of Evan Peters as Quicksilver and Aaron Taylor Johnson as Quicksilver. Some leaked footage suggests that Evan Peters is a possibility, but how accurate that footage is, we don't know. So I don't know. That's a little more accurate, being that, Quicksilver hasn't been. I mean, I could almost buy that one, but it doesn't still feel right. It seems like it's something else. I don't know. It just feels like it should be something bigger than that. Some people have talked about being a Magneto, introducing Magneto into the MCU. Now, that would be interesting, being that he's supposed to be her father. So there is the Luke Skywalker Darth Vader connection there. If he shows up and says, "I am your father," that would be interesting. But then again, you don't know if it's going to be Ian McKellen or Michael Fassbender or someone altogether different if they've cast a new Magneto. But if it's one of the other two actors, Ian McKellen almost seems, sorry, Ian, almost seems too old to be Elizabeth Olsen's father. But yeah, you could hedge that one. But why would you bring Magneto in with that old? Why wouldn't you bring in a younger version? On the other hand, Michael Fassbender is only 12 years older than Elizabeth Olsen. Now, again, you can dance around that some, but still, I don't see it. I don't know. Just don't see it. Well, let's go ahead and move on then. You could bring back an important villain from her life with Josh Brolin popping up as Thanos, who took away Vision. It could be James Spader popping up as Ultron. Both those are possibilities. That would be interesting. I think the Spader one would be kind of cool. And same with Brolin. But again, are they Luke Skywalker level? Debatable. Now, this one popped in my head. is there's been a lot of talk that maybe the bad guy on this one is Mephisto. And yeah, that is totally possible. And if it is Mephisto, and they cast some A-level actor to be Mephisto, well, I was thinking about that. Now, one of the possibilities is Richard E. Grant, because Richard E. Grant is supposed to be appearing in Loki, and there's a lot of rumors that Mephisto would be the bad guy for both series. So if Richard E. Grant is an unnamed character on Loki, maybe he appears over here first and Richard E. Grant plays Mephisto. And I could totally see Richard E. Grant playing Mephisto. Or they could go even bigger. I mean, because that's Richard E. Grant's a great actor. Don't see him as an A-lister though. Not. Nah. So, do you guys remember quite a few years ago now? There was talk that Al Pacino had met with Kevin Feige about Marvel movies, and that Al would be okay with coming into the Marvel universe. Now, Al's known for an incredible actor, and he's played the devil before. Could you see Al Pacino as Mephisto? Now, I know the conversation took place back in like 2014, but Mephisto was also supposed to be in the Avengers stuff. He was supposed to be part of the Infinity Saga with Thanos. And they ended up just, taking him out because they felt he was too big a character to just have as a sidekick or. So that would be interesting if they finally got around to bringing in Mephisto and it's Al Pacino. Because I'm sorry, you bring Al Pacino into a TV series of any kind, and that's freaking huge. And if you get Al Pacino walking in as Mephisto in the middle of this series, that's going to be the jaw-dropping, oh my God, did they really do that moment? Yeah, I could see that one working. That totally, to me, is a Luke Skywalker type moment. Even though he's not a character coming back, it's jaw-dropping. And that's definitely somebody I could see as Paul Bettany going, man, I always wanted to work with that guy. Can't say I don't know if I believe that, but it seems to fit. The other thing that pops in my head is a theory that I put forward a few days ago, and I see a lot more people popping up now and talking about the same theory, would be Wonder Man. I still get the feeling that Wonder Man's going to appear. Now, a lot of people, they're talking about it online, and they're saying that he's probably Ralph, or he's probably the missing witness. And where I do think he's probably the missing witness, I don't think he's Ralph, because I don't think Ralph exists. The fact that Agnes was so straightforward, the whole thing about Monica doesn't have a home, Monica doesn't have a family. Well, maybe she points that out because Agnes doesn't have a home and Agnes doesn't have a family, but Agnes is much better at covering about it and creating a husband by just referring to Ralph and all this stuff about Ralph, constantly talking about it as part of her cover, because maybe Agnes is not supposed to be there, just like Monica wasn't supposed to be there. That's why her ID didn't show up on the wall. Something to think about there. So if he's not Ralph and they bring Simon Williams in, to me, the part that makes the most sense is if Simon Williams has been cast, which is what they've been referring to it as the Vision. What if that's not his dead body she's reanimating, or that she's brought back to life, is that she's forcing someone to be the Vision? Maybe that's where director Hayward went back to base for to do was went back to check on Vision's body to see if it was still in the morgue or still on a slab or wherever they had it. Because if that's the case, then it makes a lot of sense that the Vision's powers seem to be strange. He suddenly has super speed, which the Vision has never had, but Simon Williams does. And he can't seem to do math that well. He couldn't calculate when the baby would be born that quickly. Vision should have been able to do that. Simon Williams might have a problem doing that. You know, also, and this is a rough one to bring up, but is the Vision anatomically correct? Because there's the whole putting the bed together scene. Doesn't that strike anybody as odd? I don't know. I'd never thought about that until tonight. I don't think I ever want to think about that again. Anyway, I still get the feeling there's that gnawing in the back of my head that the Vision isn't the Vision. That it's Simon Williams being cast to play the Vision. And that when we finally get to see him, maybe it'll be Nathan Fillion. Maybe that'll be the Luke Skywalker thing. The fan favorite character who was supposed to play him in Guardians of the Galaxy finally gets to play him. I don't know. It's all absolute speculation. But Olsen did say, right in that article, Luke Skywalker level surprise guest. I think Pacino as Mephisto would be there. I think a big name or fan favorite is Simon Williams. Heck, maybe Paul Bettany is Simon Williams. Maybe he took on that look because he saw him on TV and he took that appearance. I don't know. But that's an interesting bit of news, and I'd love to hear your guys' take on it. So please feel free in the comments on wherever you're seeing this to tell me what you think it is. Who do you think the Luke Skywalker level character will be? Will it be Magneto? Will it be Doctor Strange? Will it be a Quicksilver? Whichever one it is. I've been running polls on a couple sites trying to see which Quicksilver people would want to see. And where a lot of people like Evan Peters, the majority seem to prefer if Aaron Taylor Johnson came back. And I'm with them. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver better. I think the special effects they did over at Fox were beautiful. But I just didn't think he portrayed the character as I'm used to him from the comics. Actually, he's much more like Speed from Wicked and Speed, which is Wanda's kid. So anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I just wanted to touch base and see what you guys thought, give you my thoughts on the idea of a Luke Skywalker level guest appearance in WandaVision this season. I can't wait till Friday to see if we're getting 2 episodes or just 1 and what the hell it'll be. So let me know again what you guys think. Tell me, who do you think a Luke Skywalker level guest appearance would be, or whether you think if they're going to bring back Quicksilver, which of the 2 actors it should be. If they brought in Magneto, which one you'd want, McKellen or Fassbender. If you want to see Spader or Brolin back, who your pick for Mephisto would be. I think I am holding out for Pacino. I think that would just be brilliant casting. And I think he'd love to play the character. So, and what your thoughts are on Simon Williams and some of these odd quirks about the Vision. You know, these power things that don't make sense, and the fact that, yeah, Simon Williams would take care of all those powers. The only one that throws me off is the chewing gum thing, but I don't see how the chewing gum would affect the Vision or Simon Williams. Oh, and the thing about Big Red. Big Red gum was introduced in 1975. The WandaVision episode was based in the 60s. Big Red was also on one of the theater marquees. Mephisto? Possible clue? Big Red? Something to think about. Hey, do me a favor. While you're here, please hit like or subscribe or whatever it is on, if you're on Twitch, please follow me there. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the like button. I'm trying to build this channel up and get some more attention. So if you would be so kind as to do that, it would be greatly appreciated. And remember, we'll be doing a broadcast Sunday night. We'll be talking about whether it's episode 5 or 5 and 6, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Our guest this week will be Andrew Goggin, and will be, of course, Dan Taylor and Rosalinda Diaz will be with me. And we will talk about the latest episodes. Andrew's got some pretty interesting ideas in the series, too, so it'll be a fun conversation. And I look forward to that. So again, everyone have a good evening, and we'll talk soon. Good night.